Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Smite. In the same patch that introduced Chalk, we have a rework of Vulcan, the Smith of the Gods. He has been changed from a Guardian, or a tank if you will, and changed to a full-on Mage. So he's now gone from one of the low-tier tanks to a low-tier Mage. Okay, I jest. When he first came out as a Mage, though, Vulcan was in a terrible position. He was honestly a terrible mage to play as. There was nothing he could do that other mages couldn't really do better, except for the ult that they gave him. So real quick, honestly, there's been no changes to the skins. You've got the regular, you have Ironsmith, you have the, what is this, the Sentry from Global Agenda. I still think that's kind of neat. And of course, he does have a golden skin and legendary skin. Alright, let's go into his abilities. Let's first look at his passive, and this is something I really wish they'd redo. Honestly, when they first released him, I said to myself, you know, it feels like they just changed the numbers. They took him from a tank to a mage, changed his base stats, and said, hey, here you go, have fun. And they didn't consider the ramifications of this. Previously, Vulcan had a cannon and he had a thumper, and his passive reflected that, because his passive would give protections to his weaponry. And that's how they survived. And even then, they didn't survive very well because they only got about 20% of the protections. And near in-game, so people were doing so much damage they weren't surviving. Well, they took away the Thumper later on in his life. He had the Magma Bomb while he was a tank. And it's a pretty good ability. Decent damage, has some CC. We'll talk about it a bit later. But the passive felt strangely out of place then at that point because all you had is the cannon. And his ultimate buffed his cannon and his Thumper. And then, without the Thumper, it only buffed the cannon. So, alright, they're reworking him as a mage, we need a new passive. But seriously, this one, I really think they could have done something different with this. After using any ability, Vulcan's next basic attack within 3 seconds will slow an enemy. The slow cannot be applied more than once every 5 seconds. So you've got an ability almost like the Polynomicon, where you have to use an ability to get the effect. The effect only lasts for 3 seconds, and then it's not even a very strong one. It's a 20% slow, and it lasts for 2 seconds. Honestly, I feel like this could be something else. Now, when we get to the ultimate, I'll talk about what I think this could have been, and what I think Vulcan ultimately could become. So let's look at Backfire. This hasn't changed too much. You fire a blast, a fireball out of your forge. It pushes Vulcan back. It deals damage to all enemies hit in the path. So it does hit in a straight line, like many abilities like Ra's Celestial Beam or So Beautiful from Apollo. Now, it does mark the first god that's hit. The Inferno cannon prioritizes the marked target and does 10% more damage to that god. So this has a synergizing effect with your number 2 ability, the Inferno cannon. It does 240 damage plus 70% magical power. So this got buffed in the last kind of quick patch. Because, honestly, Vulcan was underperforming so much that they released a patch to buff him not even a week later. So, I mean, this happened, like, really quick because they knew he was underperforming. So you've got a 4-second mark. It only affects the Inferno cannon. It does decent damage now. This ability is, I think, 100 damage less than Ra's Celestial Beam. So it doesn't clear a lane right away, but 70% magical scaling means, yes, Backfire will clear a lane, which is desperately what Vulcan needed when he got switched over to a mage, because as a tank, he just didn't have the lane clear, really. He had zone denial, but he didn't really have lane clearance. Now he does because of the damage that Backfire does. Now, it's a little odd because this is your best scaling ability with 70% power, and yet it's the one that knocks you back. So if you're trying to chase an enemy and nuke them, you have to be aware that you're going to get knocked further back when you use it. But that can be a good thing when combined with Magma Bomb and Earthshaker if you need to get away. So we'll take a look at that. So Inferno Cannon. This was kind of one of the neat things about Vulcan before, was that he had like little constructs he could put down. Vulcan constructs an Inferno Cannon that shoots fireballs in a cone. It deals damage to the target every second. The Inferno Cannon lasts until destroyed or another is placed, so it's a permanent fixture for the most part. It inherits Vulcan's penetrations, does not apply on hit effects. And the Inferno Cannon takes 50% additional damage from non-god sources. Now, the 50% additional damage from non-god sources was there before when he was a tank, and it was getting more protections. Now, before they buffed him recently, this cannon was crap. Absolute crap. Because when they took him from a tank to a mage, they took away that protection gain, and this cannon was dying to the slightest bit of damage. One tick from an Ao Kuang tornado, an Anubis grasp of the dead, a single auto attack. Ymir, his glacial strike could kill it. Alright, and we're not even talking a damage Ymir. It was so weak and pathetic. Trust me, I had in my mind this idea for a video just reaming this god because it was so terrible. So they buffed the damage a bit, and actually, I'm not sure they buffed the damage. Actually, I believe all they did was increase the protections and the health. So they increased the protections and the health. So yeah, the Inferno Cannon, it survives a little more. Unfortunately, it still dies incredibly quick. And it does 145 damage plus 35 of your magical power. You know, I understand why. That's weak, honestly. Very weak. Why is it weak? Well, because it's a permanent structure. It has a potential to do infinite damage. Problem is, it's stationary. And it dies quickly. On top of that, it's got a 15-second cooldown. Compare that to your Backfire, which has 5. Magma Bomb, which is 10. It dies quickly, is hard to use. You can't have it out very often. I've found the best use for it is not to put it down in advance. It's to use Backfire to get the damage buff on the enemy, and then put it down and hoping it does a little bit more damage. Or put it down when the enemy is distracted. The problem is in a team fight, it's not very good. Because all the incidental damage from AoEs and gods fighting each other is just going to kill it. It's just going to kill it. I mean, if you're sneaky about it, you're good about it, it can be helpful. But again, this is just one of those things where I want them to revamp Vulcan. I want to see them do something different with this. Maybe keep the Inferno Cannon, but give it more survivability or something. But right now it needs something because it is honestly one of the skills that I just don't even touch until the end. And by then, the protections and health don't kick in until level 5. So if I don't level it up first thing, which I don't, then it's pretty much one of those things that just sits mostly unused. So we'll see you'll see that when I get into a match. So Magma Bomb is one of these abilities that was given to him as a tank. It was a redesign ability for his Thumper, and this is still a great ability for him as a mage. And just kind of really fits in, and I really like what they did with this ability. So you toss a bomb, it explodes in a radius on impact on the ground, and it damages and stuns for 1 second. It also does knockback. So when this bomb hits the ground, any gods that are in it will get knocked away from it. And they are stunned for 1 second, but that 1 second is about the duration of the knockback. Maybe a little less. So maybe they get knocked back for half a second. You know, it's a half a second travel time, and then another half second remainder on the stun. So the stun is really not huge, and it has a displacement effect. So while it's nice to have it as a stun, it's not easy to work off of it compared to other stuns. So like say Ymir's freeze. Because when Ymir freezes, someone like Ao Kuang knows, oh, they're going to be in that one spot for a while. I can use my ult and just go straight in. Well, you can't do that very well with this because if Ao Kuang tries to use his ult and Vulcan tries to stun the character or the god to help with that ult, he's going to displace them, which means Ao Kuang will most likely miss. So it is kind of nice in that it does give that stun and displacement, but it's a little more unruly to control. It does decent damage, 270 plus 60% of magical power. Now, when they turned him into a mage, they gave him one of the most amazing and devastating ults in the game. I love this. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. I think it's a little unruly to control at times, but it's a really cool effect and is probably one of the most damaging abilities in the game, depending upon how you build Ao Kuang, I would guess. So Vulcan launches a rocket that explodes on impact with the ground. The rocket starts at 50% damage and increases the further it travels out from Vulcan. The damage is 880 plus 130% of your magical power. So not only does it hit like a brick, hit like a truck on a base level, I think that's probably one of the highest scaling abilities in the game, quite honestly. I have seen this one-shot squishy gods such as assassins and mages. I have seen it do absolute tons of damage, 50% health on enemy gods. So in a team fight, if Vulcan's at range, he can, if your team is doing a good job of keeping them in a kind of a tight location, and they're not paying attention, They do get a 1.5 second warning before it hits. There'll be a big red circle on the ground, which I think is kind of bugged right now, actually. I think it's not working as intended. But they do get that. They're supposed to get that warning, and they have a chance to get out of it. But if you're in a team fight and you're not paying attention to that, you could really do some damage with this. Now, it has a pretty hefty travel time at long range. They only see the 1.5 warning. When you fire it at long range, even though it takes more than a 1.5, they don't see the warning until the 2.5 mark. So you have that. Amazing. I love the fact that it's got that, it's weaker at close range, so I can't just put this at my feet and kill somebody instantly. Now, here's what I think they could have done with him. I think they could have taken this idea, this long-range artillery god, because that seems like what they're going with Vulcan. It sounds like he's supposed to be the long-range god that no other gods have. Like, you've got Ra that's got his snipe shot, and you've got El Kwong with his dragon. And those are very long-range abilities, but they're kind of narrow. This ability goes farther than those abilities and has a huge targeting circle. So it is a lot. I hesitate to say easier, but it has a large radius that it can cover, which also means it's great zone denial if you're trying to get into somewhere. So you can fire this off. Enemies don't want to be there. They want to get the heck out of there. I think they could have taken this mechanic of the 50% close range and more damage at long range and taken that, maybe done that with his passive. All right, maybe make it so that Backfire does more damage at long range, Inferno Cannon does more damage at long range, even Magma. Just make that his passive. Make it so that the farther away you are, the more damage you do. Because Vulcan obviously is not designed around being an auto attack god. In fact, his auto attack is kind of silly. I was hoping they would give him maybe an arm cannon or something. No, he slams his hammer into the ground and it does a shockwave, which is, it's okay, but it looks kind of funny at higher attack speeds. So he's obviously not meant to do major damage with his auto attacks. He's really meant to stack damage, it seems like, for his Earthshaker and really get that going. I think they could have done a much better job with the passive. This is just one of those gods where when they redesigned it, I was sorely disappointed. Now, they've done a great job in rebalancing him a bit with the last patch, giving the damage numbers an increase on Backfire, giving Inferno Cannon a bit more survivability, but he's still not in that place that I really feel like I would use him reliably. Inferno Cannon has to change in some way. Its survivability, while better than it was, is still not up there. It's an ability that doesn't feel good to put points into, and yet it's an ability that you honestly feel like if you don't put points into it, it's not going to be worth your time anyway, because all of the protections and health scale with its level. So I don't really like it. I love Magma Bomb. I love Earthshaker. And I'm okay with Backfire. I've been a little iffy on the whole fact that it knocks you back. They had the knockback before, then they removed it, then they put it back. But I'm okay with that. But again, I kind of wish maybe the passive could have been something like that, where the further away you are, the better you do. Because then, if an enemy god gets on top of you, even though you have the Magma Bomb to displace them, and you've got your Backfire to get away, you're going to do reduced damage to an enemy god that's close on you. So Vulcan would be countered by assassins, because they have to, all the melee characters, assassins and warriors, because they got to get up close, and so Vulcan would have to find a way to get away or work with his team. It's just very weird because his best damaging ability is his Earthshaker, which has a huge range, and yet you've got this Inferno Cannon, which has got a fairly short range. So if you want to help your team out, you think you might want to put a cannon down for incidental damage, but then you're too close for Earthshaker to really do anything. And then Magma Bomb just doesn't quite have the reach beyond that point. So, all right, I've ranted about Vulcan enough. Honestly, like I said, when they changed him over to Mage, he was terrible. Now he's actually usable. He's pretty cool. I love the ultimate. I really like Earthshaker. I just want to see them revamp him a bit more and make him better. Okay, so we'll get into a match, and we're going to see how he performs. Alright, we're going to go ahead and give this match a try. It's becoming increasingly apparent tonight that I'm not going to get a good match with Vulcan in a standard capacity, because every time I choose Vulcan, nobody else chooses the characters that need to be filled, and I'm typically having to change out into a tank or an ADC or something. And normally I wouldn't mind. It's just that I want to do Vulcan.
You know, just to get this done. So I have something to present to you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the sacrifices I make for my craft, right? Yeah, sure. If you can believe that. I have a bridge for sale. Anyway. Let's just see how this goes. I'm really just not even sure at this point. Oh, I got level 2 boots. I really didn't mean to do that. Can I sell that? No. Oh, this is going to go poorly. I did not want level 2 boots. Okay, it looks like Afro... Who else is there? Afro... Neath are going left? So, assuming Arachne's jungling, does that mean either Kronos or me? Or one of us is solo, one of us is mid. Oh boy. Yeah, without the vampiric, which I really should have gotten, I'm gonna have a difficult time. This is gonna be tough. I'm so flustered I picked the wrong items. Oh man. Anyway, leveling up Backfire first, simply because Backfire, it looks like Kronos will be mid, okay, that's fine. Backfire has the higher base damage, lower scaling, or, sorry, has the higher scaling, lower base damage, actually. I said that backwards. Normally, I would start with the higher base damage ability, and then move on to... Yeah, come on. Come this way. Come get attacked by my... Oh yeah, let's put a good number of damage on him. Yeah, he better run. Anyway, I normally prefer the higher base damage abilities first, because, you know, it's really good for the early game. Alright, let's go ahead and back up a bit. It looks like I've got a duo lane. Doing a good amount of damage to Chalk. Unfortunately, with his healing, it's not going to be enough. I'm just going to have to stay defensive. If I'm going to be 1 versus 2, I have to pretty much hold my tower. The good news is, I will level faster than they do, if I can stay alive. Okay, there's what I wanted right there, right on Chalk. Let's interrupt that fire damage of his. Uh-oh. He's gonna throw that axe and it's gonna kill me. Thank you, Arachne. Oh, man.
That's too bad.
Now, can I possibly get a surprise shot on that Chalk?
Enemies have returned to base.
Damn. Nope. Oh well, I tried. It was probably foolish, but I wanted to at least give it a go. Alright, I'm going to get the Vampiric Shroud now, even though it's a bit late. I can still make use of it. Pardon me. A little sniffly. Over the holidays, looks like I came down with something again. Yeah, I'm eternally sick Kage. You know, that's how it goes. Alright, well, not doing too bad, honestly. I mean, I kind of sacrificed myself to the Ares. Alright, so let's just go ahead and report that he's missing right. So the Backfire, well, it's got lower base damage and it's not going to clear this wave right away. The bomb just doesn't have the range to really clear out.
Stay here.
An ally has left the game.
Okay, let's go ahead and back up here. Who'd we lose? Oh no, we lost our jungle. So you can see here, I mean, I can... Yeah, just can't get both of them at the same time. But the Backfire can. So that's pretty much why I choose to do that one first. It's going to be my lane clearance. It's going to help me out here. Enemy is still missing right. Not sure what's up with that.
Enemy missing right.
I feel your sentiments exactly. It's not the range I wanted it at, but it did quite a bit of damage there. That is one of those abilities. Ooh, I hit him, I think. Obviously, the ultimate is one that I want to do with as much range as possible to get the maximum damage. But since Bakasura was on me and I felt like I had a good chance at it... Ah, damn it, the chains got me killed. Bakasura could have been dead if it weren't for the chains. I would have basically put the bomb, backdrafted. See, and that's the problem too. His chains basically stop me from using my ability that's got the best lane clear. I kind of wish that they would not put a backdash on the one, because it makes you very susceptible to cripple in more ways than one. It takes away your best scaling ability, and of course takes away any way you have of getting away. I mean, that's what cripple is designed to do, but I kind of wish it wouldn't have that backdash. That way I could just do damage with it and not be knocked back. And that way I could chase with it too. Those are the things I want it for. So, you know, the backdash or the backdraft or whatever the hell you want to call Backfire, yeah. Not my favorite ability, unfortunately, just because of that.
Enemy missing.
So, unfortunately, I got killed by a Bakasura that really should have died. That's his first kill. It really should have been his first death. I feel very sad because it was all because of that Hi-rez.
An ally has been slain.
Hi-rez alone enabled that kill.
An ally has returned.
Hey, yay!
Awesome.
Our guy came back.
Stay here. Sorry.
Your middle tower is under attack. Be right back.
Alright. Knock him back. Hit his tower. Nope. Ah, nope, you missed. Now what I need to do is get some... Shush up. Ah, I missed. What I need to do is probably get some beads because of his ultimate. Yep. Ah.
Enemy missing left.
If she can pull him,
Cancel that.
Cancel that.
she really needs to pull him. Well, knocking him further back into his tower. Yeah, I can also do some damage, yeah. You have one level on me. If I would stop missing with the grenade, I would probably be fine. The friggin' Magma bomb, if I could hit him with that, it'll stop him from using his fire. So I really need to make sure I do that. The problem is, of course, it's got that long lob time. And there goes the tower. Oh well. I'll take that. I took your tower. I'll take a death. What I should have done is launched my ult right into his face. Not at point blank, like before he pulled me in, I should have just fired off the ult. And so when he did pull me in, he wouldn't have had as much chance to escape because he's got a slight delay before he can move after he does the pull in. So, you know, I'm not doing great. I'm 0-3, but I have at least pushed him back to the tower. As far as that's concerned, I am going to go ahead and get the teleport to towers. I want to make sure I have that. And we need to start getting some major damage here. Let's just start off with the Void Stone, and we'll move up from there. Let me just go ahead and use my teleport now.
Enemy missing middle. Enemy missing middle. Enemy incoming left.
Whoops.
Enemies have returned right.
Alright. Alright. It's okay.
Enemy has been slain.
Okay, I've got more points into my backdraft. He missed.
Something I whipped up.
Oh, I just barely missed that.
Has been slain.
Oh. Yeah, I need beads.
You have been
I need beads. Duh. Thank you. Get beards, huh? Silly. I'm already aware of that. Thank you. But anyway. Not beards, but beads. You know, I'll get the right thing. I know what they mean. I'm just being difficult. Being difficult because my team has been difficult. No one decided to choose decent picks. We even asked, you know, a couple was like, okay, we need a tank, we need an ADC. No one decided to go either one. It's like, okay, great. So, you know, this match, we'll have to see. This may not be the best showing of Vulcan. And of course, as you've heard me talk about, I don't really care for Vulcan. There are a few things he has that are really good. His 3, his 4 are fantastic, really. The rest of him, not so much. The 1, iffy at best. I mean, I think it's a decent ability. It's got good lane clear. But again, I kind of not sure I like the fact that it's a backdash move. Because it really doesn't give me that much distance to begin with.
An enemy has been slain.
And I can't use it to chase very well. And because my 3 has such a high lob time, it's not easy to chase with that either.
An ally has
The 2 definitely needs some reworking. Doesn't do a lot of damage, doesn't last very long. Either they need to stop shoehorning in this turret mechanic, or they need to actually make it worthwhile. It was okay when it was a tank because it has some survivability on it. Alright, stop that. Are you going to use your fire again? I don't think so. Back up. Unfortunately, Ares can do just a crap ton of damage to me right now.
an enemy has
Are those friendly or enemy? Those are friendly.
nice job.
I hit him. Unfortunately, it didn't do a ton of damage. Alright, my teleport to towers is ready, so let's go ahead and go back.
An ally has been slain.
And we will... I can't get it to level 2 yet. Well, let's go ahead and go back. So, yeah, Vulcan's ult does a crap ton of damage, but I need to get it leveled up. Yeah, right now it's 520 plus 130, which is pretty good, but Ares is kind of tanky. I mean, he's already got at least one tank item, so...
An ally has been slain. Just something I whipped. Your middle tower is under attack.
I'm just going to have to be more aggressive, I think, with my turrets. Because I've noticed that every time I put a turret down, it kind of makes him bulk.
Your middle tower
Okay, wait
is
for the
under
fire.
attack now.
I don't think so. Bring him back to my turret.
Retreat left lane.
Bye.
Oh, wow. There's like 3 or 4 guys over here on the right.
You have been enemies in right lane.
If it were Ares alone, it would have been fine. But no, I got 3 people.
Enemy missing middle.
Frickin' Anubis comes from behind. I didn't get any warning on that.
Watch your step.
Retreat left lane. Yeah, nothing in the right. Yeah. Okay, Kronos. I am underleveled. And this isn't working.
Wait to me.
Good news is I've gotten a tower and they haven't gotten mine. It's only a matter of time though. I'm gonna have to play in the tower. I'm 0-5. Ugh. I have a tower, but I'm 0-5. I don't. Yeah. Now, once I get some serious magical damage going, I might be okay. But therein lies the problem.
Enemy missing right.
I just don't have
Enemy has been slain.
the damage right now. And I just don't have the tools to do much else other than try and clear lane. I mean, here I am at level 5 on my 1, and I'm still not doing enough damage to completely clear a lane. Now that's frustrating. A mage unable to clear a line.
An ally has been slain.
The one probably needs a bit of more damage. I mean, honestly, you look at like Ra's Celestial Beam, and it does like 100 more base damage. It has the same scaling, I believe, but has more base damage. And I'm going to leave this Ares alone. I'm getting tired of fighting him because he, unfortunately, is a really good foil to me. Alright, now this Anubis, if I can get into lane... I was hoping he would stay put a little longer. Because I could have come up to him.
Is under attack. Slain an enemy.
Got him! On her mist.
You have slain an enemy.
Damn! That worked! I didn't think it would. That was nowhere near maximum range. Alright, I need to get back to my tower.
Your right tower is under attack. Just something I whipped up.
Alright, you missed with your chain. See, there's the thing. If he can't hit me with his chain, he really can't do too much. So, I mean, that's one thing about Ares, right? Ares is able to do quite a bit of damage if he can get his chain off. And he's also able to pretty much nullify a lot of gods with that chain. That's really the only thing I have to worry about Ares. I don't hear about his fire. I can stop his fire. He's got his own bolster defenses, whatever. His ult I've already countered with beads.
Middle lane.
It's just kind of annoying that Ares, who's a tank, has better lane clear and better damage potential than I do right now. Really? Go away.
Enemy missing right.
Where are you? Where'd you go?
That's too bad.
Where'd you go? Where did you go? Ah, he went back in the lane. Alright, my ult is back up. I want to try and get a maximum range shot here on this Nubis if I can. Oh, it's Bakasura. Going after Kronos, it would seem. Or not.
An enemy has been slain.
He's running away. But there is Anubis.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Come on, Anubis. Stay still.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower.
Ah!
An enemy has been slain.
Ares is making a push.
An ally has been slain. Your right tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's okay. We're even on the right-hand lane now. Come on, Ares. You gonna let my turret throw you off?
Careful.
Alright. So once I get some more scaling damage, I should be able to at least clear this lane. I'm hoping. Let's go get the full focused Void Stone. And let's just start on the high-end damage, shall we? Ratatahuri, Soul Reaver, those will be the big things. Soul Reaver will do 15% of their health when I hit them with anything. Plus 100 magical power is just really nice.
Retreat.
Alright, let's see what my damage is now. 640 plus 253. So about 800 damage. Not bad.
An enemy has
I'm hoping that when we get to team fight territory, I'll be able to really help. As long as my team can get maybe a stun or a slow, I should be able to get my ult under their, like, right above their heads.
your left tower is under attack.
Alright, fell on her. Oh, I hit him! Ugh.
Something I whipped up.
Oh no, I'm not going to be able to catch up to him. No! I hit him with my ult and I didn't get to kill him! Nice! Nice. Good job, Afro. I did a ton of damage to him though, that makes me happy. Ares, really weak. Pulling back.
Your team has destroyed
See if we
a
can't come up
middle
behind
enemy
him.
tower.
Let's do this. Oh. Boom!
You have slain an enemy.
I didn't mean to steal the kill from somebody, but I'm gonna say, it feels really nice to
Right lane.
survive that.
Your right tower is under attack.
Or it feels really nice to get a kill on him after all the kills he's got on me. I actually survived a wrap and ult from Anubis. Not sure how that happened, especially since that Anubis is 19.
Whipped up. Your right tower is under attack.
Alright, let's try and get this up on them so that they can't move forward. Basically trying to give them zone denial. That's it. Here it comes.
Your right tower has been destroyed.
There goes Anubis.
You have slain an enemy. Middle enemy.
Come on, Bakasura. Just totally denied him retreat. Alright, so you know, there are just certain things that Vulcan can do really well. And those turrets are really amazing as well when they are used right. But I feel like they're still just a bit weak. I would love to see them buffed.
Slain. Not possible.
Maybe I just need to put them down more often. I don't know. I just don't feel like...
An enemy has been slain.
Yep, there we go. They're exceedingly difficult to use. That much is true.
Yes.
Whether or not they need to be buffed, I don't know. There, he finally got me with his ult.
Get away. I'll attack the gold fury.
Alright, just gonna get the magic power, just scale it as much as possible. Let's go ahead and sell that now. Don't really need it. Looks like I might be able to get rank 2 by the time I get, by the time I spawn. Maybe not. It's pretty close. So, you know, when this match is done, I'll be interested to see... Ooh, very nice. Aphrodite taking out Bakasura. Anubis, 20 running away from 19 Afro. I don't blame him though. Afro's got the stuns and the healing. Anubis not able to do much usually unless he's able to get the wrap and combo going. So he's probably playing it cautious. Aphrodite back in the middle lane. Looks like our Arachne is going to go for the Gold Fury. Hopefully she gets that. Looks like yeah. Looks like they'll be able to get that. Alright, so no, I wasn't able to get that in time. Okay, so, you know, by the time this match is over, you know, I'd be interested to hear what, well, of course, no, I can get it. What you all have to say in the comments, you know, about Vulcan, how you feel about him. Honestly, he's been a god that I kind of wanted to like, but he's always been in this spot that's been, like, no one really likes him. No one really uses him. I mean, well, I can't say no one likes him. There are a lot of very loyal Vulcan users, Vulcan followers. But overall, his strength hasn't really been there. It's as a tank, he didn't really have any CC, so it was difficult to help your team control the enemy, but his damage was pretty good. So you could put down both of your towers, or your tower and your thumper, and you could ult and do quite a bit of damage and get some kills, especially in a team fight. He was quite useful there. But he was always in that awkward spot. I mean, it makes sense that they turned him into a mage, because really he wasn't designed as a tank. He was beefy like a tank, could take the hits, but his abilities were geared more towards as support or mage.
Your left tower is under attack.
Honestly, I'm surprised they put him towards full mage. I thought they might more do a...
An ally.
Here we go, maximum range. Let's see if I get anybody. Oh, I got 2 people.
Good game. Good game.
Alright. Oh, jeez, that Anubis actually got me. I can't believe it.
Back off.
I get damage on 2 guys, and then we can't follow it up. That's terrible. Oh, man.
The world is no barrier to you.
Your left tower is under attack.
Yeah, that was a waste.
Wait to me.
I shouldn't have tried to run in after the Anubis. I was trying to get that chalk, but unfortunately it allowed Anubis to just pop his ult behind me and just take me out. And it really wasn't the smartest move for me to do, but that's okay. I think we're okay so far. We're 24 to 25. We are up on Gold Farm, oddly enough. And while my record is looking pretty bad, 4-7, I do have 5 assists at least. And as I build up, I can more than likely bring it back a bit. Once I do enough damage to start really decimating the enemy. I mean, that's Vulcan, really, with the way his ult works and the way his abilities work. He's just really one of those gods that's going to do better at the high-end scaling.
Ally has been slain.
Oh, dear. Let's see. I can't get a good shot off.
Ally has been slain.
Come on. They're running.
I have you now. Good game.
Yes,
Just something I whipped up.
that's too bad.
I don't have enough distance. No, don't surrender. We're not that far behind. Actually, we're not even behind. Pull someone in, Arachne. Just...
A strong one.
Uh-oh. Jeez. Let's see if I can hit somebody. No, I cleared the lane though. Not that clearing the lane does me any good, right? Very hard to hit with that ult. Just trying to do as much harass as I possibly can from here. Well, there goes Anubis. Of course, I think he was AFK or something there for a second. Oh, Bakasura! Oh, Arachne got him. Nice. Yep, Anubis was AFK or DC'd. Alright, let me go back. I want to get Soul Reaver because 15% damage is really good. And that'll really help. Alright, so beyond that, I could go Poly. Poly's pretty good. 75 power plus my next basic attack. That's nice, but I don't usually rely on my basic, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. This is really tough. Let's see what the popular ones say. Bancroft's, that's 100 power. Plus you gain additional magical power for loss. You know, that's not bad. Not bad at all. I do need some additional cooldown. Maybe I should just go Breastplate of Valor to get some defense on, against their physical guys. Chalk and On Her and Bakasura. Yeah, they've got 3 physical guys. Let's go ahead and get my cooldowns up. I've got the magic damage now. Let's just get some survivability and get the cooldowns reduced. Certainly an interesting match, I'll give it that. Is that once every minute? Yes, every minute. Alright, is there anybody there? Nope. Nobody there.
An enemy has returned. An ally has been slain. Fire in the hole!
Retreat!
Alright, now I have the 15%. Oh, they just got the Gold Fury. If I can hit them with my ult and at the same time get them with the Soul Reaver, I could definitely do a lot of damage here. Alright, there's the stun. Oh, there's the hit. Look how much damage that was. They're both really low. Oh. Yes, thank you. That was perfect. That Neath arrow is exactly what we needed. No.
An ally has been slain.
He got me with the chains, so time for me to back off. Oh well.
Good game.
Tried to get the chalk. We couldn't get the chalk, but we were able to get the Bakasura. You can just show you right there just how much damage that ult can do. I just really need to get the cooldown reduced so that I can start using it more often. As of right now, it's, you know, over a minute cooldown. I get the breastplate finish and it'll be once every minute, which means it'll coincide exactly with the Soul Reaver, which is pretty much what I need. All right, so how are we doing? We are behind on the farm now, so we're behind by 2,000. Unfortunately, they are getting the Fire Giant. Kronos is trying to stop them, but I don't think he's going to be able to. It's chalk, and yeah, they got it. Wow, those jukes. He just juked a friggin' Anubis wrap and On Her hits. Oh my goodness, he's being chased by 3 people and he just, at the end, lost it. That's a shame because he was doing really good juking those. Oh my goodness, I thought he was going to get away. Oh, yeah, stay in your ult stance, Anubis.
Ally has been slain.
Oh no, how did he not die?
Middle tower is under attack. Slain an enemy.
Come on, come on, come on. Yes!
Slain an enemy.
Ah, get the hell out of here. Ah, damn it. That freaking Bakasura. Those auto attacks, man. Alright, cooldown it is. With a bit of heat, or with a bit of physical defense, which will really help. Looks like they're going to get Chalk, although they've got Ares on them right now. If Afro can continue the chase, she might be able to do something about this Chalk here. There we go. Oh! Wow, he was able to dash away, but he was not able to survive the birds. Aphrodite, though, has to deal with Bakasura and Ares using her ult to get away. Very nicely done. Oh, that Bakasura about to go down. Bakasura does go down. Ares trying to use his ultimate. Aphrodite still has beads, able to get away. Now we have a chase with Kronos. Aphrodite against this Ares. This Ares who's been a thorn in our sides the entire match is about to die. And, oh my goodness, he's surviving. But no! Kronos takes the kill. Excellent. You want to surrender after that? Hell no. Surrendering is not permitted after that. I don't know why you want to keep surrendering. We're not doing that badly. Jeez. Okay. Maybe Bancross isn't a bad idea. It's a good amount of power, and I can keep my life low or so and get more power out of it. I mean, we can see here the cooldown is now 54 seconds on Earthshaker, so yeah, it's a little quicker than Soul Reaver. So now, if I can just pick up the pace, stop dying. I'm 7-9, which isn't great. I suppose not terrible. I got 6 assists, you know, so I've been there. I've tried. All right, let's fire it right in the middle of the group. Boom! A whole bunch of enemies just got hit. Bakasura just went down. Throwing the bomb. Oh, Anubis goes down. Oh my goodness, I got a double kill and assisted on a whole bunch of kills there. Very nice. Look at that. One shot was all I needed to make the difference there. Right into the middle of a team fight. That's really all you need is one good team fight, and Vulcan's ability to do a crap ton of damage. Oh, she missed. I was hoping she would hit. I was waiting on it. Excellent. We got the middle Phoenix. What are we going to do now? Yeah, we can do that. Alright, let's go ahead and maximize my damage to the Minotaur. Bam! Quite a bit of damage to that Minotaur. And there it goes. So I can imagine if I had full damage, full magic damage, I could just tear apart that Minotaur. Alright, well, I didn't do as bad as I thought I would do. Ultimately, in the end, I came to even it up. 9-9, 8 assists. Not bad. I'm quite happy with that. You know, that right there, I really thought that if they were going to make him a mage or a ranged attack, that they would give him an arm cannon. I mean, he's got the mechanical arm, and he just fired his hand. Look at that. Oh, poor Denton. Oh, man. I mean, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he's got... Oh, no, he didn't fire the arm. Okay, I was mistaken. But an arm cannon would have been cool. So, man, that was a good match, honestly, all around, 36-38. We were ahead for a while, and then they came up, and then we won. I mean, that's a great match, honestly. All around. Anubis on their team did really good. Look at that. I mean, I still don't quite feel it with him. I mean, there were certain times in that match where the turrets definitely helped in some regard, but like there in the solo, you could see that it's just they died so quickly, and I got one or two shots off. Now maybe I'm thinking about the turrets in the wrong way. Maybe I just need to think of them as an attack. Like I'm trying to think of them as a stationary position to help out and do some decent damage. So maybe it's only meant to get one or two attacks before it dies. So before I go into the final breakdown, no, I can't look at my abilities. But maybe it's only meant to do one or two hits. But the damage of it is, if that's the case, the damage on it's pretty low. It's like 130, I think, at maximum rank. So if I'm only expected to get one or two shots, maybe that's about 200. That's difficult, and it doesn't hit your exact target unless you hit them with the backdraft. And then that's only 10% additional damage. So I just don't know. I feel like the two just could use a little bit of buffing. So let's see how I did as far as player damage is concerned, because I did get some massive hits on the team fights. Look at that, 30,000 player damage. The only one higher than me on player damage was their Anubis, who just, Anubis does wreck face with player damage. So you can see that even though I didn't do well in the beginning, with his ultimate played properly, just putting it down on a team fight with an unsuspecting enemy, it just does wonders. So Vulcan has some amazing potential. He's always had potential. It's just they don't seem to have the final answer on him yet. I'm hoping they look at that. I'm hoping they look at his 2, and if they need to nerf some of his other abilities, if they need to nerf his ult, if they need to nerf his grenade, whatever, in order to make that one ability better, because honestly, it's one of those abilities that I put down when I remember to, for incidental damage, and I don't really expect it to kill anything. I don't expect it to do much other than a tiny bit of damage. So if the other abilities need to be nerfed to balance it out, maybe. I could see that. Again, I'm looking for your opinions, honestly. I'd like to see what you guys think on that one. But honestly, the ultimate and the Magma Bomb are just two of my favorite abilities. That I really liked it when they put in the Magma Bomb. Then when they added the artillery, it was great. So maybe a little bit more redesigning to make him a bit more long-range artillery. Who knows? Alright, well, hopefully you've enjoyed this look at the redesigned Vulcan. I'll see you next time.